Las Vegas, Nevada. Caesar's Palace, March 8, 1987. Saturday night, exactly 9 o'clock. Inside a private sports pavilion hidden behind velvet curtains and guarded doors, the air feels heavy, not with heat, but with anticipation. Every breath carries tension. This is not a public event. No tickets were sold, no advertisements were posted, no cameras are allowed. Only 500 carefully selected witnesses stand shoulder to shoulder around a boxing ring, aware they are about to see something that was never meant to happen. At the center of it all stands Mike Tyson, 20 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall, 220 pounds of compressed violence, the youngest heavyweight champion the boxing world has ever known. 28 professional fights, 26 knockouts, most of them ending before the first round could even breathe. This is not just a boxer. This is a phenomenon, a human wrecking machine engineered for one purpose: to destroy other men. Tyson's presence dominates the room. His neck is thicker than most fighters' thighs. His shoulders look sculpted from stone. His arms hang heavy at his sides, fists wrapped in black gloves that have ended careers and sent opponents to hospitals. His torso is bare, muscles tight and coiled, like a spring under pressure. This ring is his kingdom. Fear follows him everywhere, and tonight, fear has already arrived. Because tonight, Mike Tyson has called out Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, 46 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall, 140 pounds, a martial arts instructor, a philosopher, a movie star, a man with no boxing record, no heavyweight belt, no Olympic medals, no sanctioned professional fights. And yet his name carries something Tyson's does not: mystique, rumors, whispers, stories that refuse to die. Stories that say Bruce Lee's speed cannot be tracked by the eye, that his strikes land before the brain understands movement, that his understanding of the human body goes beyond strength and power, that he knows where to hit, not how hard. The combat sports world did not plan this moment. It started weeks earlier at a promotional event in New York. Mike Tyson stood before flashing cameras, laughing, confident, untouchable. A reporter mentioned Bruce Lee. Someone joked that Bruce believed martial arts could defeat boxing. Tyson smirked. "Bring him here," Tyson said casually. "Let him hit me. I'll stand still. I won't block. I won't move. Let him hit me with his best shot. Then we'll see if Kung Fu is real or just movie tricks." It was supposed to be entertainment, trash talk, Tyson being Tyson. But words have weight when spoken by the most dangerous fighter on earth. The quotes spread fast, through boxing gyms, martial arts schools, Hollywood studios, newspapers, and television broadcasts. Mike Tyson challenges Bruce Lee. Bruce heard about it the next morning. He was teaching a private lesson when a student handed him a newspaper. Bruce read the headline quietly. No reaction, no anger, no laughter. He folded the paper neatly and said only one word: "Interesting." 10 days of tense negotiations followed. Tyson's camp wanted a spectacle, proof that boxing stood above all other combat systems. Bruce's camp saw the trap clearly. If Bruce refused, the world would say he was afraid. If he accepted and failed, his legacy would be shattered. And if he succeeded, he would have to do the impossible. Finally, Bruce made his decision. He called Tyson his promoter himself. "I accept," Bruce said calmly, "but this is not a fight. This is a demonstration. One strike. He stands still. I strike once. Then it's over." One moment, That was all Bruce asked for. After heated debate, Tyson's camp agreed. A private event, no media, no recordings, only witnesses from both worlds, boxing and martial arts. Caesar's Palace, March 8th, 1987. And now that night has arrived. The ring glows under powerful overhead lights. Everything beyond it fades into shadow. The effect is theatrical, almost unreal. 500 people stand silently, aware they are watching a confrontation that defies logic. Trainers, martial arts masters, journalists, casino executives, Hollywood producers, all of them waiting. Tyson bounces lightly on his feet, relaxed, loose, confident. He rolls his neck, shakes out his arms, soaking in the atmosphere. He raises his hands and grins. I'm the baddest man on the planet. Some cheer, some stay silent. Tyson stops bouncing and looks down at Bruce Lee. The contrast is shocking. Tyson is taller, heavier, wider. His fists look twice the size of Bruce's hands. He smiles that famous smile, predatory, amused. "You ready, old man?" Tyson says loudly. "You're going to hit me right here." He taps his jaw. "Your best shot. I won't block, I won't move, and when you're done, we'll see if Kung Fu is real or just movie magic." The room tightens. Bruce does not respond. He simply stands, breathing evenly, eyes calm, waiting. The referee steps between them. "Mr. Tyson, you sure? No defense?" Tyson nods. "I'm sure." The referee turns to Bruce. "One strike. After that, it's over." Bruce nods once. "I understand." The referee steps back. The arena falls into complete silence. 500 people hold their breath. Tyson spreads his arms wide and drops his guard completely. His chin is exposed, his body open. The most feared puncher in the world stands defenseless. Bruce stands 4 feet away, still, waiting. And for 4 long seconds, nothing happens. The silence stretches longer than anyone expects. 4 seconds feels like an eternity when 500 people are watching history hesitate. Some shift their weight, others glance at each other. A single thought hangs in the air. Is Bruce Lee afraid? Mike Tyson doesn't move. His arms remain wide. His guard is down. His chin is open. Confidence radiates from him like heat. He has faced the hardest punchers alive and walked through their best shots. To him, this feels like theater. Bruce Lee stands motionless. His hands rest at his sides. His shoulders are loose. His breathing is slow, controlled, almost meditative. He is not staring at Tyson's fists. He is not staring at his face. His eyes are unfocused, calm, as if he is looking through Tyson rather than at him. Then Bruce takes one small step forward, just one. The distance closes. Now they are less than 2 feet apart, close enough to touch, close enough to feel each other's breath. Tyson's grin begins to fade. Something about Bruce's stillness unsettles him. This is not fear. This is something else, something deliberate. Bruce lifts his eyes and meets Tyson's gaze. In that instant, Tyson senses it. Absolute focus. Not aggression, not bravado. A cold, quiet certainty. The kind that does not announce itself. The kind that arrives only after decades of preparation. Bruce's right hand moves. There is no wind-up, No shoulder tension, no signal for the brain to react to. His hand simply disappears from his side and reappears against Tyson's body in a motion too fast to track. A sharp sound cuts through the silence. Not a thud, not a crash, a snap. Bruce's fist lands directly beneath Tyson's sternum, buried deep into the solar plexus, the cluster of nerves responsible for breath, balance, and bodily control. The placement is precise, surgical, perfect. Mike Tyson does not stumble backward. Instead, his body betrays him. His knees soften, his arms drop, his chest tightens, his mouth opens, searching for air that will not come. His diaphragm spasms violently, locking his lungs in place. He is conscious, but his body has stopped listening. Tyson sinks to one knee, then to both. The most feared heavyweight in the world collapses onto the canvas, not knocked unconscious, not battered, shut down. The arena freezes. No gasps, no cheers, no movement. 500 people stand in stunned silence, trying to understand what they just witnessed, trying to reconcile the image burned into their minds. Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, on his knees, unable to breathe, undone by a single strike from a man 80 pounds lighter. Seconds pass. Tyson's gloves press into the canvas. His head hangs low. His face twists, not in pain, but in disbelief. His body is fighting itself. He wants to stand. He wants to breathe. He cannot. Bruce Lee stands above him, calm, still, expression unchanged. No celebration, no posture of victory. His hand is already back at his side, as if nothing extraordinary has happened. The referee rushes forward. "Champion, can you breathe?" Tyson nods weakly. The spasm begins to release. Slowly, painfully, air returns to his lungs. He inhales sharply, then again. His body reconnects piece by piece. 6 seconds. That is how long the impossible becomes undeniable. Tyson lifts his head and looks up at Bruce Lee. For the first time in his career, there is no arrogance in his eyes, no bravado, only shock and respect. Bruce extends his hand. Tyson stares at it for a moment, then grips it tightly. Bruce pulls him back to his feet. Tyson stands unsteady, shaking his head, trying to make sense of what his body just experienced. "What did you do?" Tyson asked quietly. Bruce's voice is soft, almost gentle. "I showed you what you asked for." Tyson listens. Martial arts is not boxing. It's not about power. It's about precision, understanding the body. You are the strongest puncher alive, but strength means nothing if I do not strike your strength. Bruce pauses. "I strike your vulnerability." Tyson exhales slowly. His pride is wounded more deeply than his body ever was. He extends his glove. Bruce shakes it. Tyson pulls him close and speaks under his breath. "Nobody's going to believe this." Bruce nods. "I know," he says calmly, "but you'll know, and that's enough." Tyson steps back and raises Bruce Lee's hand. The crowd erupts. The noise inside the pavilion explodes, but it no longer sounds unified. Half the crowd cheers in disbelief, the other half argues instantly, trying to rationalize what they just saw. Voices overlap. Some call it a trick, some call it luck, some call it impossible. Mike Tyson stands in the center of the ring, breathing steadily now, but his expression has changed forever. The invincibility is gone. In its place is something heavier, understanding. He looks around at the witnesses, trainers, journalists, masters from different disciplines. He knows exactly what they are thinking. This moment should not exist. Bruce Lee does not stay. He does not wait for applause. He does not give interviews. He does not explain further. He steps through the ropes, walks calmly through the stunned crowd, and disappears into the Las Vegas night without looking back. No cameras follow him. No headlines are printed that evening. No official record is made. And yet, the moment is already alive. Mike Tyson remains behind, surrounded by people asking questions he cannot fully answer. What did it feel like? How hard was the punch? Why didn't he defend himself afterward? Tyson shakes his head. I didn't see it. I didn't feel it coming. 1 second I was fine. The next second I couldn't breathe. Someone laughs nervously. Someone says it must have been staged. Tyson's eyes harden. No, he replies. That was real. In the weeks that follow, the story spreads quietly, not through newspapers, not through television, through locker rooms, through gyms, through private conversations between fighters who trust one another enough to speak honestly. Most dismiss it. They say physics doesn't allow it. They say a heavyweight champion cannot be dropped by a lightweight. They say boxing power cannot be neutralized by anything else. It is easier to deny the story than to accept what it implies. Because if it is true, then everything they believe about fighting is incomplete. Mike Tyson never speaks publicly about the event in detail. He understands how the world works. He understands ridicule. He understands disbelief. Instead, he carries the lesson quietly. Years later, when asked who hit him hardest, Tyson gives the expected answers: Holyfield, Lewis, fighters who fit the narrative. But in private, among trainers, among close friends, he tells a different story. There was one man, Mike Tyson admits, who hit me and didn't even look like he hit me. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't react. I couldn't breathe. He pauses. That man was Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's legacy grows without needing confirmation. His students continue teaching. His philosophy spreads. Jeet Kune Do becomes less about style and more about understanding, efficiency over ego, precision over power, awareness over aggression. The lesson from that night is never officially recorded, but it is never forgotten by those who witnessed it. True combat is not about size, not about strength, not about titles. It is about timing, placement, understanding the human body, and striking where strength cannot protect. That night in Las Vegas did not crown a new champion. It revealed a deeper truth. Power without understanding is loud. Understanding without ego is unstoppable. And somewhere in the silence between one breath and the next, 500 people learned that mastery does not need applause to exist.